during that time, I don't think I was as computer savvy as I am now. So it might have been in the late 80s.
Okay.
Um, but about a month later, I woke up and could not move.
Wow.
I
Okay.
couldn't move to get up, to roll over, to do anything. My fingers wouldn't move. My hands wouldn't move. I was stuck in the bed. I went to the doctor, got somebody to come pick me up. They had to carry me down the steps. Went to the doctors. He said, "Oh, you have pernicious anemia."
Oh, they gave you another label.
Right, another label. Um, it's a very, um, it's a form of hypertension. No,
Mm.
arthritis. So is lupus, a form of arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I immediately went to the computer. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now what is this all about? Well, my liver was
Yes.
shutting down. That's what the deal
Mm-hmm.
was. They were giving me steroids. That was the only answer. And steroids you can only take like 4 weeks and then you have to stop. It
Yes.
doesn't eliminate the pain. It brings a whole bunch of other stuff with you. And this is what I found.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When your liver or arthritis or whatever sits in, that means your body is lacking protein.
Mm.
So then I started looking up what protein is.
Okay.
I'm a teacher too. I'm not as good as some researchers, but I have learned there are many ways and many answers. So what I did in that process was immediately go to the gym with the GNC.
Uh-oh.
No. I went to GNC and started
Okay.
taking the protein
Okay.
mixes that athletes took.
Protein shakes.
Oh, girl,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
It was nothing but the truth. I could not pick up a frying pan. I'm a cook. I couldn't, when I had to crawl up to go to the bathroom, I was in so much pain that I just stay upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt to close my eyes. It hurt to open my
Wow.
eyes. It hurt to smile. It hurt to move. Every joint in my body ached. So they had me on pain pills. So anyway, I was out of work for about maybe 3 months. I couldn't get up.
Mm.
And God is so good. I did not lose my job.
Wow. Amen to that.
However,
Yes.
they were very kind to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I did experience some other things, but this is not that kind of show.
Okay.
But anyway, in the protein, I recovered.
Okay.
I stopped taking. Well, they stopped took me off the steroids, and they took me off the pain pills because I asked them to.
Mm-hmm.
But within 3 months, my body was restored. I don't know, just as quickly as it came, is as quickly as it left.
Okay.
And then I met Sheila.
All right.
Sheila Taylor Means.
All
and,
right.
and Tiffany. And, no, Tiffany came later.
Yeah,
and my
Charlene.
longevity
Mm-hmm.
crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's when God brought you guys into my life.
Right.
But, take responsibility.
Yes, please.
For your health. Do not take everybody's solution. Look it up. The internet is.
So our bodies are different.
Yeah.
Our bodies are different. And isn't that amazing? Because both of us here, like I always say, no, I don't have diabetes, haven't been labeled with diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, but I suffer with chronic pain. I did suffer with chronic pain to learn that inflammation, but to also learn that, I'm constantly taking the calcium. Well, the calcium can't, and the magnesium, it can't do what it needs to do in your body because your body is full of crap, basically.
Much.
So to learn how to detox so that my vitamins and my minerals can, to detox down to that DNA level. When we talk about things are not genetic, but hey, you've poisoned your body for years, and you think because you're excreting or you're going to the restroom that you're eliminating. You're not, because it's in your blood system. And as Rosa shared, then organs start shutting down on you because you've just violated them for so many years. And then you get this label and that label, and then you put the medication on top of it, and then you just convolute. Your body is filled with so many toxins over the years. that you have to know how to cleanse and detox down to the DNA level. Not just a detox where you're running to the bathroom and your stomach is empty and you're losing weight. That's not the proper way. But that is not what we're going to talk about today. You know what? Because we have gone through vitamins and minerals, you know, the essential nutrients for your body. We've gone through the essential nutrients. So now I want to share, before we go any further, the hotline number. Wow, ding ding. If you want to call in with any questions or just to give us to share any information or anything that you've gone through personally, the number is 240-455-5934. Again, 240-455-5934. And if you're on Facebook Live, you can see it right above our heads with the Godfather of Soul there. So the number is right above our heads if you're watching and you want to call in and share anything. Also, by way of iTunes with your iPhone, you can download the app, elifemedia.net, or if you have an Android, you can go to Google Play stores and download the app. And that way you can listen to us streaming live here at eLife Media. And no other place to be but where we are.
Yes.
Where we are. We're the vegan restaurant of everlasting life. So no better place to be when we're talking about restoring your body. And I'm not saying everybody has to be a vegan in order to survive, okay? But we're going to share some information with you that's going to make you think twice about it. I'm telling you. It's going to make you think about it.
And that's so important that you just said that. You know, everybody is an individual. Everyone has a whole system that they came here with. You know, so you cannot say, everybody needs to be a vegan. Everybody needs to drink alkaline water. Everybody needs to follow our minerals and what we do. Everybody has to follow the FDA's. No. There is no such thing as everybody. There is no such thing as always. Those words just don't be. You find out what, all I ask that you do, and I think Tiffany will probably, that know yourself.
Hey, what floats my boat may not float yours.
Right. You know, and you know your situation better than anybody. That's why when the doctors come, when you go into the doctor's office, the very first thing is, how can I help you and what is going on?
Yes.
What kind of pain is that? Where is it? You know, it's the first time. You know, I think just ask you a whole bunch of questions, and that's what you have to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Tiffany, you said we were getting back.
Yes, because we've talked about nutrition, and as we constantly talk about nutrition, then we constantly tell, hey there, how you doing, Facebook family? Look, as we talk about nutrition, we constantly tell you to shop the outside aisles first. Get your live food first before you go in the center and start filling it up with the processed food. Now, and I'm not going to say stay away from the meat section, okay? Because you can be a vegan, you can be a vegetarian, you can be a pescatarian, whichever you decide to do, you know. But do what's best for you, because you may be dealing with something where you have to prepare your food a certain way per doctor's orders, or you have to eat certain things. But we just want to educate you and help you form a better decision when you go to the grocery store. So, thank you for eating those live foods now. All right. So when you go to the grocery store, and we talked about, if you chimed in at the beginning when we started, Dr. Bob talked about the nutritional label. That's the FDA label that's put on all your food that tells you about the nutrients that are in the food. That's the nutritional label. Well, today we want to move over to your fresh produce, and we want to talk about the produce labels that are AKA also known as the produce lookup numbering codes for fresh unprocessed produce. Now, that's not governed by the FDA. That's governed by the International Federation for Produce Standards, so the IFPS. This organization maintains a list of 5 digits that identify qualities associated with produce that have been used since, drumroll, $19.90 to assist us in inventory. Now, we can go a whole lot deeper with those numbers and as far as it just being used for inventory, but we're not going to get into that today. But we want to talk about what those different numbers represent, because you have your organic, you have your conventional and traditional, and then you have your genetically modified. And then you also have under that genetically modified, which touches into your MSGs. And the FDA has gone back and forth. Even Dr. Wallach has gone back and forth with the FDA, and not just Dr. Wallach, a lot of other doctors that have gone back and forth with this process to fight for it to stay governed, to fight for it to stay right. Now, if you're eating something that's organic, they are not supposed to mix it, okay? It's not supposed to.
When you say mix, what do you mean?
That means that it can't cross over. It's not supposed to be tampered with, as when we get into some of our other labels. But this, I will say that, again, this is what it's supposed to be. So we're going to talk about the different labeling process, and then we're going to bring it all back home to say the best way to know what you're eating is to grow it yourself. And we're going to have, in a few more segments, we're going to have some gardeners in here, and we're going to have other people come in to tell us about cultivating our soil, to tell us, to educate us on, if you don't have a great big yard, you don't have a garden, you don't need it. You don't need it. You can do it. You can even grow something right in your windowsill if you know what you're doing. Okay? So we're going to have gardeners come in and other agricultural, horticultural specialists that can teach us. So we're going to learn together so that by next spring, we are going to be ready to start growing our own food. Even if you just start off with your spices. Because I always tell the story of how my beautiful squash got eaten by whatever those were running rapid in my yard. But the squash was so beautiful, and I grew it myself, and I was able to allow my grandbabies to go out with me and bring it in. And we prepared a meal. And to see their faces, as I said, remember those spring onions we pulled? Remember that squash we pulled? This is what we're eating today. And they were so excited. They were so overwhelmed. They were like, oh, Mama, really? But I have to learn how to protect it. And as we start talking about the conventional or traditional ways, we're going to start talking about some other ways to protect what you grow if you grow it in your outside garden.
Tiffany,
yes, ma'am.
Let's educate.
All right. All right. So
where are you going to start with this whole label thing? Now, I've never done the vegetable labeling because I usually go to the markets, and there are no labels on the market.
Yes.
Go to the farmer's market. But the grocery stores all have labels.
Yes, they do. And I didn't bring my piece of fruit in this week. Look, last week I brought it in.
Oh, I might have a piece.
Okay. So while she's trying to see if she has her fruit with the label on it, because when you buy them in batches, all of them don't have the little, and you'll see they're like the little orange or the yellow. There you go. Yes, thank you, ma'am. The orange or the yellow labels, and some of them were green, blue, red. They're different colors. And I haven't studied what the colors mean yet, but I have studied what the numbers on them mean. So this is a piece of kiwi fruit, and it starts with the number 4, and it's 4 digits. So let me go down. Organic. Our organic crops have they're not supposed to have any potential harmful chemicals or pesticides in them, and the soil has to remain that way for 3 years. Thank you, Rosa. So that's why I said when you're eating organically, it's supposed to be untampered. Okay, so they have to allow it to, if it does, to set and rejuvenate for 3 years. So that's no chemicals and no pesticides. And that's what we're going to be